Welcome to my channel Mintage Mysteries, where every coin has a hidden story. If you love discovering hidden treasures and uncovering coin secrets, you're in the right place. We're on a quest to solve the puzzles behind the world's most fascinating coins. From rare errors to legendary rarities, let's dive into the mysteries of numismatics. The 1994 2-pence coin is a product of the United Kingdom's decimal currency system, which came into full use in 1971 and marked a major shift in British monetary history. By 1994, the 2-pence coin had become one of the most recognizable and commonly used coins in daily life. It was frequently handled in shops, public transport, and small transactions, making durability, clarity of design, and ease of recognition essential factors in its production. The coin represents a period when British coinage emphasized continuity, tradition, and reliability rather than frequent redesign or experimentation. The material composition of the 1994 2-pence coin is bronze, an alloy primarily composed of copper, with smaller amounts of tin and zinc. This composition was carefully chosen by the Royal Mint to ensure a balance between strength, resistance to corrosion, and long-term wear. The high copper content gives the coin its characteristic reddish-brown color, which not only makes it visually distinct but also helps users quickly differentiate it from other denominations. Bronze had been a traditional material for low-value British coins for many decades, as it retained detailed designs even after years of circulation. The coin weighs approximately 7.12 grams and measures about 25.9 millimeters in diameter, dimensions that were standardized to maintain consistency across years and to ensure compatibility with vending machines and coin-operated systems. The obverse of the 1994 2-pence coin features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, reinforcing the long-standing tradition of placing the reigning monarch on British currency. The portrait used during this period was the third definitive coin portrait of the Queen, created by sculptor Raphael Maklauf and introduced in 1985. This image presents the Queen in a dignified and formal manner, wearing the royal diadem she wore on her wedding day, along with a necklace. The design emphasizes maturity, authority, and continuity, reflecting the Queen's long and stable reign. Surrounding the portrait is an inscription in abbreviated Latin that states her name and royal titles, a practice rooted in centuries-old European coinage traditions. This use of Latin maintains a direct historical connection between modern British coins and those minted in earlier eras. The reverse side of the 1994 2-pence coin carries one of the most historically significant designs in British coinage, the Prince of Wales's feathers. This emblem consists of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, with a ribbon below bearing the motto, Ich dien, meaning, I serve. The symbol has been associated with the heir to the British throne since the 14th century and represents ideals of service, loyalty, and duty to the nation. Its inclusion on the 2-pence coin brings a deep sense of historical continuity, linking everyday transactions with centuries of royal heritage. The denomination is clearly displayed through the numeral 2 and the word pence, ensuring the coin's function remains clear and practical. The edge of the coin is plain, a feature typical of low-denomination coins intended for frequent use. A plain edge reduces production complexity and costs while also making the coin comfortable to handle. This simple edge design complements the detailed imagery on both sides of the coin, maintaining a balance between practicality and visual symbolism. The overall design reflects a careful consideration of both aesthetic value and functional necessity. From a historical perspective, the 1994 2-pence coin represents the later years of traditional bronze coinage in the United Kingdom. During the early and mid-1990s, bronze coins were still widely circulated, but increasing metal prices were beginning to raise concerns about production costs. Within a few years, the value of the metal used in bronze coins would exceed their face value, leading the Royal Mint to adopt copper-plated steel for new 2-pence coins. As a result, the 1994 bronze issue stands as part of the final phase of an era in British minting history, making it particularly significant to collectors and historians. Culturally, the coin reflects the British approach to currency design, which favors stability and tradition over frequent change. The continued use of familiar symbols such as the monarch's portrait and historic royal emblems helps maintain public trust and recognition. Even as economic conditions and manufacturing methods evolved, the visual language of British coinage remained largely unchanged, reinforcing a sense of national identity. In conclusion, the 1994 2-pence coin is a small but meaningful representation of modern British history. Its bronze composition, carefully maintained dimensions, royal portrait, and centuries-old emblem together illustrate the values of durability, tradition, and continuity. Although it holds little monetary value, the coin carries significant historical and cultural importance, serving as a tangible reminder of the United Kingdom's monetary heritage and the design philosophy that shaped its everyday currency. The rarity and high values associated with pence coins are the result of a combination of historical circumstance, limited production, survival rates, condition, and collector demand. Although pence coins were originally intended for everyday use and low-value transactions, certain issues have become highly sought after over time, transforming ordinary currency into valuable collectibles. Understanding why some pence coins are rare and command high prices requires looking beyond face value and examining the factors that influence scarcity and desirability. One of the most important reasons a pence coin becomes rare is low mintage. In some years, the Royal Mint produced far fewer coins than usual due to reduced demand, economic conditions, or changes in coinage policy. When fewer coins are released into circulation, the chances of survival over decades become much lower. Many of these coins were lost, damaged, or melted down, leaving only a small number available to collectors. As time passes, this limited supply increases competition among collectors, which directly raises market value. Another major factor influencing rarity is whether a coin was released for general circulation or struck mainly for collectors. Some pence coins were produced in very small numbers as part of proof sets or special mint sets rather than for everyday use. These coins were often carefully made with sharper details and better finishes, but because they were not widely circulated, their numbers remain extremely limited. When such coins appear on the open market, their scarcity often results in high auction prices. Condition plays a critical role in determining high values. Pence coins that survive in mint or near-mint condition are far rarer than worn examples. Since most pence coins were heavily used, finding one without scratches, corrosion, or loss of detail is difficult. Coins graded as uncirculated or proof quality are especially valuable because they preserve the original appearance intended by the mint. Even a common pence coin can become highly valuable if it exists in exceptionally fine condition. Errors and variations also contribute significantly to rarity and value. Some pence coins were struck with mistakes such as incorrect dates, missing details, off-center designs, or wrong metals. These errors were usually unintended and quickly corrected, meaning only a small number escaped into circulation. Because they are unique or nearly unique, error coins attract strong interest from collectors and can sell for prices far higher than standard issues. Historical context further enhances value. Pence coins linked to important events, transitions, or changes in coinage materials often gain special status. Coins produced during periods of economic change, such as the shift from bronze to copper-plated steel, are especially significant. Early examples from the beginning or end of a particular coin design or metal composition are often considered key dates, making them essential for collectors trying to complete a full series. Demand is another crucial element. A coin's value does not depend on rarity alone, but also on how many people want it. Popularity of British pence coins among domestic and international collectors has increased over time, particularly for coins associated with Queen Elizabeth II's reign. As more collectors compete for the same limited number of rare coins, prices naturally rise. Auction results often reflect this demand, with certain rare pence coins achieving prices far beyond expectations. In addition, the melting and withdrawal of older coins have increased scarcity. When coin compositions changed, large quantities of older pence coins were removed from circulation and destroyed. This reduced the surviving population and unintentionally increased the rarity of certain dates and varieties. Coins that escaped melting and remain in good condition are therefore far more valuable today. Overall, the rarity and high values of pence coins are shaped by a complex interaction of limited production, survival over time, condition, errors, historical importance, and collector demand. What was once a simple, low-value unit of currency can become a prized collectible worth many times its original value. These coins serve as reminders that even the smallest denominations can carry significant historical and financial importance when scarcity and interest align. If you enjoyed today's exploration, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and share this video with fellow collectors. And as always, keep searching for those hidden treasures in your change. You never know when you might stumble upon the next big mystery.